Hey y'all, so I have created a goal for the year. I want to read a book a month, and so I figured the best way to do that would give myself a date to be done by because I have to make this video. So I just finished this book called Wildly Optimistic by Carraway, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, it gets a little repetitive. Some of the stories that she says over and over and over again, but it makes sense as to why she does it. I love her insight. She gives such great pointers, and she gives such amazing advice. I have always kind of struggled with like personal revelation, and I've always kind of struggled with the idea that things are easier for some people and not for others. And so I love her perspective in the book, and I love the fact that she brings a light to everything and all situations. She makes it so that she helps you to see the better side of things instead of focusing on the things that are wrong. And she helps you to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel through your trials. And it's really cool. So if you really, really, really love, I feel like this is a very empowering book. This is a very self-empowering book where it helps you to see your own potential and to see that you're getting everything you need. You just have to rely on what you're given. And so I really love this book. I highly recommend it to all of my friends and family, and I highly recommend it to anybody out there who is just wanting to feel clarified and wanting to feel uplifted and wanting to feel like you are amazing, because that's exactly what this book does. Carraway goes through a lot of stuff in her life. If you don't know anything about her, she's also known as the Tattooed Mormon, and she has been through a lot of trials, and she is so faithful and she's so strong, and God loves her, and he loves every single one of us, and you can tell that through her writing. You can tell that through her trials. You can tell that through the way that she brings light to the situations. You can tell that through everything that she does. She is so willing to rely on God for everything, and it's very motivational. It's very uplifting. It's very reassuring to know that you're not the only one, and that everyone goes through hard times. Everyone has self-doubts. Even the most put-together person feels like they are, they have these times where it's like, holy Hannah, this is way more than I can handle. What are you doing to me? And so I highly recommend it, especially for those who don't mind a little God in their books and a little more of the spiritual side of things, because that's pretty much what she does. She is a speaker for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, and so she talks about the fact that she flies a lot for them, and she talks about the trials and the blessings that she's received because of that, and it's just really cool. Really, really cool, really uplifting, really empowering, and I highly suggest it. I definitely give it a 10 out of 10. This was a really easy read for me, and that says a lot because I have like 3 different books I'm reading right now. 2 are for school. Well, one's for school, one's for just my own personal enjoyment that I'm kind of just going to take my time reading throughout the year. And then the other one is going to be my book for the month. And so if you have any suggestions on what I should read next, drop a comment below. I love to have any suggestions. I have books upon books already piled up, and so I have stuff that I'm willing to read this year, but I might see if I can get a little ambitious next year and try to read 2 books a month. It depends on my kids and homeschooling and how all that goes. So, like I said, drop a link below, drop a comment below if you have a book that you would recommend, something that goes along the lines of Wildly Optimistic. I also am super into marriage and family counseling books, like self-improvement books, all of those. I also like the self-help books about like ADHD. I also just love like typical romantic books like Cecilia Ahern and Sarah Dessen. It's been a long time since I've read either one of those, though. So, I am up for anything. I love, love, love to read new books. And so, thank you so much for joining me this week. And I hope you liked that review. And let me know what you think of the book if you read it and when you read it, because it's good and you should read it. So, hope you have a good week.